And we start here this afternoon at 4 with 2 Tulsa police officers now charged with a felony for being an accessory after a crime. Good afternoon. I'm Brian Dorman.
And I'm Shannon Russo. News on 6's Amy Slanchik joins us now with the latest details on what is going on with this. Amy?
Brian and Shannon, both Lieutenant Marcus Harper and Officer Ananius Carson face one charge of accessory to a felony. The affidavit says Lieutenant Harper and Officer Carson tried to cover up a fellow officer's involvement in relation to a shooting last year on August 24th near 61st and Peoria. Court records say Lieutenant Harper and Officer Carson went over to former Tulsa police officer Latoya Dythe's apartment last year, where one of the suspects in the shooting and the gun used were in her apartment. Harper and Carson told the suspect to get rid of the gun and leave town and never mentioned their involvement. The affidavit says Carson and Harper left before other officers arrived to investigate. Now, Harper has been with the department since 1995, and his wife is Vanessa Hall Harper, a Tulsa city councilor. Lieutenant Harper was a supervisor in the major crimes unit in the detective division, which is responsible for evidence collection and crime scene investigations. Carson has been with the department since 2006 and was assigned to the Riverside division. Chief Wendell Franklin emphasized at a news conference just hours ago that Tulsans should be able to trust its officers, and that officers should be able to trust the integrity of the officers standing next to them.
You can't just violate the rules of law and carry a badge and a gun. This community won't stand for that, and this nation will not stand for that. And I think that's evidenced by what took place last year.
Now, Chief Franklin also says the 2 officers are expected to be arrested today. We're still waiting for confirmation on that. Brian and Shannon.
All right, Amy, I know you've been following this case very, very closely today. What is next for these officers as this case now moves through the court system?
Well, Brian, Chief Franklin says he is placing both of these officers on leave without pay. Both have been on leave with pay since last August. And we should also mention former Officer Dythe was sentenced last year in a separate investigation for buying a gun for her boyfriend and lying about it on federal forms.
All right, Amy Slanchik live for us in the newsroom. Amy, thank you so much.